What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is my podcast. I'm with a really special guest, a good friend of mine who I've been working with for a long time. His name is Gerard Texan. Gerard, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and I can't wait to just talk and get to know you and just let everyone else know who you are. So without further ado, please begin.
My name is Gerard, and I'm from New York. And I do videos and work at a college. You should have told me something to prepare, dude.
Look, I'll help you out, man. All right, so Gerard, we worked on a bunch of YouTube videos. We met up through my friend Castro from high school, and we used to go to aviation high school together. So, excuse me, he put me on these guys, and they were called... Oh, there you go, our boy's here. Special guest, if you want to say hi. He just crashed in the podcast. Say what's up to Z.
Hi, guys.
You want to say hi, you can over here. The camera's right here.
There's only two cameras.
Yeah. He's just chilling. Yeah, you could come through with both cameras. Yo, so we met through aviation high school. Well, through my friend from aviation high school, Castro, who let me know about you guys. And then I think you had Dayside at the time. That was the name before, right?
Yeah, Dayside Productions.
Dayside Productions, and we just clicked because they were just like me. I mean, geeks with a passion, film passion.
Yes.
They love video games, anime, fashion, like all types of stuff. It's really cool, and it clicked with me. So I was like, these guys are awesome. I want to work more because I already had an established YouTube channel at the time. That's how I got linked up with them.
Well, what was your YouTube channel again? It was.
Are We Famous Now?
No, it was before that.
Before. Oh,
it's like Strike.
Oh my gosh, really? It was around that time.
Yeah, it was around that time.
It was X-Strife X.
Yeah.
That was my original. That was my original YouTube channel name. That's embarrassing.
Yes, and then you evolved into Are We Famous Now?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, and then we started growing from there, and we started moving into a lot of things. So I'm gonna let you take it away, but
well, you know what? Something's like bothering me. You have a cool entertainer talent like right behind these cameras. He's right above the chair. I mean, he should be part of this.
Yeah, he needs to be part of this
because he could definitely add into something like this.
So
because
come through, Z.
No, it's you guys.
No, why don't you just sit here? Because the thing is, I remember like the setup how Tom Green had it before. For some reason, he just had like one dude with a coffee.
Z's the next Tom Green, bro. Z's the next Tom Green. You're gonna have your own show doing crazy shit. I can say it right now. Oh yeah, there's a chair there.
Yeah. Just grab a chair. Let it come through.
Good to chill because this is G's shit, man.
No, yeah, it's fine.
Shout out to Gerard, man, for really helping me in my content, giving ideas from like the Pokemon Go to the Mentos commercial. And
Yeah, word.
Filipino, so
Yeah, I just want to like show the screen. I mean, see, look at this. Isn't that awesome? Zelda.
Oh yeah,
I'm a big Zelda fan. So that's how we really linked up. But yeah, take it away. How did you start your YouTube channel? Why did you start YouTube? Why did you get into filming? And it's like we share so many similarities. Like we are also big Jackie Chan fans, and we haven't seen each other in a long time. And when did we meet? During a Jackie Chan meetup.
Yes, that is crazy. Okay, so you know what? Let me rewind and go back to when I started. Before, I was just a weeb. You guys know what a weeb is, right? Mm-hmm. Like an anime dude that's crazy into anime and stuff. And back in the days, me and my friends just did a bunch of like crazy gangsters versus ninjas thing. So if you guys check out RDC One World right now, we're the first one who actually did all those anime and gangster in one shot.
Oh, the mashup.
Yeah. So we did that back in the days, and we liked it to the point where it's like, I kind of want to take this seriously. I want to keep producing a lot of video content, and Dayside Production was born. Dayside Production is a group of people who want to create content to entertain people. At first, we were heavily influenced by Wong Fu Productions.
Yeah, I love those guys.
Yeah, Wong Fu Production was like an Asian video production group, and did a lot of like love stories. Had a lot of people of color, mainly Asians, into their content. It's like, wow, that could be us. I could tell my story and create it into a video form. And from there on, we produced a lot of short films about a guy trying to fight for this girl that he loves or likes. And
Was that with Jake Choi?
oh, yeah, no, let me get
All
let me
right,
get
sorry,
to
sorry.
that. But
Spoiler alert. Sorry.
but you know that's usually my main theme. And then throughout that endeavor, we got to meet so many awesome people, like yourself, like you also, like, because the thing is, like, I like featuring really talented people. One of them was Jake Choi, also, who I was like, wow, this dude looks like he came out of like a Korean drama and stuff. Let me ask him if he wants to be in a short film, and he would be like that asshole bully who has, you know, who has that hot chick and stuff, and you got this main character who's like geeky and who wants to get that girl, but he has to pass through that asshole dude. And yeah, that short film was called For the Win, and that's the first time I collaborated with Jake Choi. And now, if you actually Google Jake Choi,
Yeah.
he's in is it NBC or ABC?
I think it's ABC.
It's ABC's Single Parents.
Yeah, he's on a TV
And
show.
he's everywhere right now, and you know, I'm really happy for him. And but just the fact that, like, a lot of talent that I linked up with has become super super famous, just like yourself and
Thanks,
you.
man. Thank you, bro.
And the thing is, like, I like working with like so many creative people because it kind of pushes me to produce, you know, more stronger content, as well as it just keeps me into place that, like, this is something that I want to do for like a long time.
That's awesome, man. I feel like you got that touch,
I
that
was gonna
magic
say the
touch,
same thing,
right?
bro. Yeah,
Like
the touch.
anybody who meets you just blows up.
You know?
So if you guys want to meet him, you know, paid $25 per entry. Yeah, but you know, it's like, it's crazy because I remember Jake Choi. We first, like, when on our first production, I was there when you had him, and then, like, Jake Choi is like an actor that worked with Gerard, and he had him in a lot of short films, and he's a really cool dude, Jake Choi. He was his first, like, almost like big hit was being on the commercial, the Best Buy commercial during the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl commercial. Yeah.
That was badass. And then now finally he's on a TV show, which is cool because I remember, like, he was really pushing, man. He had like he was grinding, and he was like pushing, and he's like he went above his, like, you know, his age, and he was worrying about his age and stuff, but he didn't give up and he kept going.
But prior to that Super Bowl commercial, he was part of another Super Bowl commercial that was never aired.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
This was the Doritos
Oh, that's
commercial that we did with him.
That's right. The one that we did together. That's right. That one's super viral though.
Yeah, that was Triple D's Doritos, and Kareem was there, Jake was there. That was like one of my first viral video. It has 1.2 million views currently, but that was, yeah, it was hilarious. It's just hilarious because the year after he actually got a Super Bowl commercial.
That's so cool, man. That's awesome, and that's like a little bit of what Gerard really put us through on working. And then we fast forward a little bit, and then we've started to work on, and then you had this great opportunity for us. Tell us about that, because of you, because of Gerard, I was able to work with Ryan Higa and meet Ryan Higa and talk to Ryan Higa and have him follow me on Twitter. So shout out to Ryan Higa, one of the greatest creators on the platform. He's just great. Tell us how that happened.
Okay, so I think Ryan Higa, tweeted something that he's doing like a reality TV show, but for YouTube creators. I was like, you know, we're YouTube creators. Let me get a bunch of talented people from New York, and let's be New Yorkers in this show, because it's in LA. It's like, ah, man, but you know, we got to figure out like flight tickets or whatever. But I didn't care about that. It's just like, you know what? Let me see who's in, who has some type of funds to go to LA and try out, you know, because I think at that time we were on top of our game. You know, like, I think you were doing a lot of great skit that was going viral. I was doing a lot of awesome skits that was going viral also. It's like, you know what? Let's just work together and then grab, I think it was Sean. I think you just met him there. It was Sean and Earl, another friend. And it's like, you know what? And actually, I invited David and Jake also. David and Jake, they didn't take us seriously. He's like, well, why go all the way to LA, spend money? You guys are never gonna make it. And Jake was like, are you for real? You're gonna go to LA for that? I was like, yeah, we are. You know, I'm just gonna give it a try. You know,
Yeah.
you take this opportunity when it's presented to you. That I think that's always my mantra. When an opportunity presented to you, take it.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
And just be smart about it, because some of them are like flakes or you know, scams and stuff. You just got to be smart about it. But this one's coming from Ryan Higa. He's pretty big, so I don't think he's scamming anybody.
Yeah.
So the one that says yes was Sean, Earl, and Kareem. It's like, you know what? Let's go. Let's suit up. Let's go to LA. Try out. So we got to LA, and it was like American Idol. They got us in the LA studios. They got us in this big warehouse. Everybody. And then, you know, we were scoping out the competition. It's like, you know what? I think you know, we're a little bit better than those guys. Those guys. Oh, you got to watch out for that one.
Yeah.
She's really pretty. She's Lana McKissick.
Yeah, she's great, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lana McKissick.
And then there's like, you know,
She's also very talented.
yeah. Then she was playing guitar with those two brothers over there.
Yeah, yeah.
The two
the
brothers.
Fung brothers, right?
No, what Fung brothers?
Fu brothers.
The Fu brothers.
Yes.
Yeah. The Fu brothers. But then beside them, opposite side of them was these two Caucasian kids. Wasn't that kids? They're like older male and stuff.
Yeah.
They're the Rydell brothers.
The Rydell brothers.
I was like,
man.
wow, these.
They
I
are
think
beasts.
those guys right there, like that little crew, was like, you know, our competition.
Yeah, the
you know,
creme de la creme.
You know, everybody else, they were like there just to have fun, just to meet celebrities. We're there serious because we want to be at least to be the top 10,
That's
to
right.
be on the show,
Mm-hmm.
and to win it. You know, so we came in with a competitive mindset, because the thing is, we don't want to waste that much money. It's a lot of money,
Yeah.
especially I was still a college kid. I think everybody was a college kid
Yeah,
that time.
I was still in college. Yeah.
Yeah, I think how much was the plane ride there? It was like all of a sudden too, so it's like $600
Yeah.
plus a hotel every single day you're on that show.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a lot of money. We needed to stay there as long as we can and try to get the most benefit out of it.
Yeah. It was pretty crazy. They didn't pay for anything.
They didn't pay it for anything.
So I mean, even you know, like he just like talked about the intro. You didn't talk about the fact that we busted through, and what was the director's name? He really liked us.
Andy Finkman.
Yes, awesome dude. Awesome dude. He loved us, and he's like, okay. They started counting down the people, bro, and then we were the top 10. They put us in the top 10
But the thing is,
And it kept moving
why?
from there.
Here's the question though: why were we top 10?
because you managed to choose a smart move, which people still to this day think is real.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. We decided to play the evil guys, the bad guys.
Well, we didn't really play the evil guy. We just wanted to be the loud.
the loud, obnoxious, competitive guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at the same time, we were really competitive because we didn't want to waste our money.
That's true. Yeah.
But at the same time, if we didn't become loud, or if we just, you know, just be like,
we came in with a lot of energy.
or if we're just humble and like, okay, well, you know, we try our best. Yeah.
No.
You know, be quiet. I don't think we would have made the top
That's so
10.
true. That's so
You
true.
know?
I don't think either.
You know, so during that time I said, look, you know what, let's try to be hyped up, you know, times 10. Let's be like the ugly version of New York, you know, the one that everybody hates. You know, the thing's like, you know, I think it was a fine idea because we made the top 10 regardless.
Not only the top 10, we made the top 5.
The top 5, yeah.
We got to the top
So
5. Man.
so throughout that thing, like the things we were loud. The thing is like, a lot of the personality got it, that it was a front for the camera, because every single time, the camera wasn't on, we were like all buddies.
Yeah, and we were cool
you know,
behind the camera. Yeah.
You're cool, and then the camera turns on. It's like, yo, we gotta be mad loud.
Yeah.
we gotta be mad loud and try to make it our scene or something, you know, because I know for a fact there was like this one super hot dude, Justin James Hughes.
Yeah.
you
Great
know.
guy.
Yeah, that guy has abs for days. You know,
Yeah.
he's like the boy next door. He looks really good. Like, I know the camera is gonna be up on his face all the time.
Yeah.
You know, and then you got Lana, who's so cute. It's all there, you know. And I feel like at that point our content was mediocre compared to the Rydell brothers, because they were really real filmmakers, professional filmmakers. So the only thing that could make us stand out is our New York, because none of them are from New York. You know, so we got to be real, we got to be loud, and we got to make a name for ourselves. And at the end of the day, we made a name for ourselves. We showcased our filmmaking talents, as well as your acting and Sean's editing and Earl's likableness in front of the camera, But our first challenge was the infamous challenge that set us. I think everybody started talking, and I think that's the time when I didn't want to be a bad guy. I just wanted to be loud.
Yeah.
But the one that set us off was the first challenge, where we kind of made this mediocre skit about, I'm fighting you, and all of a sudden I jumped on the table.
And we broke their table.
The funny thing is, I jumped the table once. It didn't break.
Yeah.
But then on action, I jumped on it, and it broke the table.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy crap, I think we're in big trouble. But then I'm looking at the table. It's like, it's shallow.
It was an IKEA table.
It's an IKEA table, shallow.
Yeah.
It's like,
they told us not to worry about it afterwards. They're like,
Yeah,
just
so-
be careful next time. You're lucky it's only like a $20 table.
yeah. That's what the one of the producers said. But then the director came in. He started laughing like, oh no,
Let's
you
redo
guys
it.
gonna get it.
Yeah.
And then he goes back out the door. The camera starts recording, and then his face just turns like 180 and start yelling at us. What happened here?
Yeah.
What happened here? You gonna pay for that table? And we're like,
I was freaking out, bro.
yeah, like the things. That's the time we're still new and fresh
To the fucking reality world. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it
So
was a fucking crazy reality show.
yeah, so
You want to bring it up on the TV and let them see a quick episode of
No.
the one when we broke the table?
probably just do it in like when you're editing it, but
Yeah.
I don't want to relive it
Yeah, because
because that's the big 180 of the whole thing, and that's the time
Yeah.
when I knew that, especially Andy Fickman, a great director, he directed Paul,
Rock.
The Rock and Tooth Fairy. Is it Tooth Fairy?
yeah.
Yeah, Tooth Fairy and Paul Blart Mall Cop and stuff. He was laughing. He was just like, chilling with us. And all of a sudden he just started yelling at us and stuff about this table, this cheap table that we broke. And tell us to pay for it. I said, I'll pay for it, even though I'm a broke college kid.
You stepped up. You stepped up.
Yeah, stuff. I was like, and then all of a sudden the camera cuts and goes, yeah, don't worry about table. We're good. Let's go to James. Let's go to Justin James Hughes.
Yeah.
Hey.
It was cool though. But it was the most talked about moment, and then we became a meme.
Yeah.
Like the table, it became like a meme on during that time, and then everybody wanted to know what's happening next with us. What's happening with us? They didn't care what we were creating. They just wanted to see the drama we would create next.
Yeah.
And the producers started seeing that. They started catching on that, and they started really creating and working around that.
Exactly.
And they even like even when the season was finished, like for season 2, they tried to bring something back too. They were asking about. I remember we didn't come together as a group, and they were like, "Where's Dayside? Is Dayside coming?" And I'm like, "Oh no, they decided not to come this year," because they wanted something crazy, because they knew that we were gonna bring entertainment.
Exactly. I could tell a lot more, like for each episode, what happened and what, something. But like, I don't think we have enough time. But the thing is, like, throughout that time, I think that's the time when like a lot of things turned around. I think Sean wanted to do his thing. Earl wants to do his thing. I think you were blowing up. And
Yeah,
stuff.
I actually had more subscribers than most of the team there.
Yeah,
Which
exactly.
was crazy. And then that show just made me even go further beyond.
Yeah, but the thing about that is that's the time when I experienced a lot of the internet bullying and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like I know for a fact that like it was a front to stand out, but like this whole TV show created such a bad image of the group, but especially for me, because the thing's like I kind of want to step up and like try to get all the heat.
Yeah.
Because for me, like in my head, like bad press is good press, you
Yeah,
know. So
it is.
So, but the thing is, like, yeah, I got a lot of like good views. I have some subscribers and stuff, but then at the same time, there was a lot more haters that came into my
Yeah.
channel to kind of like held down some of my future skits. So I was like, man, that kind of sucks. But I think that's the time when it's like, you know what, I gotta take a break from YouTube and start doing more real, not real, but like more serious filmmaking.
Take it seriously, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the time when I finished up my bachelor's degree in media studies at Hunter College, and started entering film festivals and things like that. And then, later on decided to get my master's degree in a film, and started to do a little bit more serious thing. But at the same time, it's still fun to do YouTube videos.
Yeah, man.
So
I love it.
that's what always makes me it links up to you and stuff, and a lot more awesome people, because sometimes doing a lot of serious short films, it's cool, it's it's good for your your accomplishment, but sometimes it's not fun. It's more stressful sometimes, So YouTube allows me to create a lot, kind of like this one. You're creating something, right?
Yeah.
But it's almost hanging out. So
yeah.
That's the thing that I like about doing YouTube videos. And
That's so true. That's one of the main. It's very therapeutic for me whenever I'm working with you or any of these guys. It's like I'm not just gonna go and film and be stressed out. I'm gonna also hang out and have a good time with these guys.
Exactly.
So it's it's doing killing two birds with one stone. You're hanging out, chilling, and filming, creating something crazy that could change your life.
Yeah, that's the thing I love about YouTube. Aside from that, every single time, because the thing's for me, I could never get a niche in a way, try to get a certain type of audience, because my content is all about either serious filmmaking, and then you got anime stuff, video game stuff, and then just silly stuff, So I couldn't grasp that, but for some reason, some of my videos were still getting viral, and I'm just getting a couple of YouTube checks here and there. It's it just keeps me pulling me back to YouTube all the time. This year I'm not gonna do YouTube. I'm just gonna focus on serious filmmaking. But then they got Jackie Chan for some reason in the YouTube space.
I remember that.
I was what? I'm going back to YouTube space. Oh, actually, the first time I actually got back to the YouTube space is when they had the CBGBs. I love punk rock music, and when I heard that they actually have a set that has the real walls of the venue CBGBs, it's what, I have to go back. And from that there on, I checked out the YouTube program, and I noticed that YouTube is very serious about their production, kind of like what you have right now. You got the C100 Mark IIs,
C300.
C300 Mark IIs with cinema lenses. That's $20,000 cameras right there and
each
stuff. Yeah, each of them. That's
yeah.
Where can you get that? And we could rent it out for free.
And that's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Well, not technically for free. I mean, they take a cut from us on our checks, 10% cut. What YouTube takes actually 45% or 55% of our. We don't get 100% from our cut, right? So technically,
I don't know.
No. When you get your check on YouTube, right? It's not the full amount from AdSense. They take YouTube takes.
Oh
a
yeah,
cut.
yeah.
So technically, we are paying for this.
Yeah, technically.
We busted our balls
Actually,
with this. So I just wanted to point that out there. But thank you still for giving us the opportunity, because it's very cool. But I just think it's amazing, man. One thing that I admire about you is that you're always able to gather a crew, always have a crew, always able to work professionally and get a team together. And it was really, really inspiring for me. Because that's one of the things I still struggle with till this day, to get really a crew, man. It's hard to get a crew of people, of like-minded people who are willing to be you know what? I'm down. I'm down to just be the mic guy. I'm down to just be this guy, because I want to make this piece happen. I want to make this art happen. It's really rare, but it's when we find, the cool people that are down to do this stuff and create, it's awesome. Because, I always tell my friends, bro, I set up there's this thing that a lot of people were hitting me up to create a show off of, and it was called a dollar for your story, New York Dollar Stories.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I set up in Union Square, sit on a table, and then I tell people that I'm going to give them $1 for their story. So whatever it is they want to talk about, they could talk about it, and we'll give them $1. And we just started having an incredible different people coming through from all walks of life. And when we started doing that, the team I had, and this is no negativity. I love them. Thank you so much for still recording it. They weren't passionate about it. One guy was holding the camera, and he was literally just not even paying attention to the thing. And I was like, yo, bro, you got to keep the camera on them. They would get tired, and they're like, oh, we don't want to do it anymore. Can we just go home? I'm like, no, let's keep going. Let's keep going recording. I was like, I know I'm kind of a beast when it comes to that, but I saw the vision. They didn't see the vision. And then when I released that, the very first one went super viral, 3 million. got hit up by so many people like, Kareem, let's make it into a show. We'll sponsor it. And I didn't know what the fuck to do. I didn't know. Like, I was like, no, I'll just keep it on YouTube. I don't know really what to do. Like, I had people like from Liquid Social hitting me up, and they wanted to make a show out of that. And then I was like, I released the second one, another 2 million views. And then the third one, another. And then after that, they didn't want to do it anymore, so I didn't have a team to help me with it. Time went by, everybody forgot about it. I could have had a really good series if I kept it weekly, you know? And that's the thing, man. It's really hard to have a team that's dedicated.
Yeah, the thing is like with me is if you notice, like I always have like a new team for like for like the new year, you know.
That's true.
You know, sometimes a lot of people just cling on to you just because you have access to so many different things, you know, and you just got to be wary of a lot of those type of people where
Let's
like
just talk about that.
Yeah,
like
like
use you for your
exactly.
shit that you got.
It's like, you know, like you trust these people. They want to work for you and do a lot of cool stuff, but at the same time, you know, you once your back is turned, it's like they're not there anymore. You know what I mean? So, you know, watching out for those things. But like for me, I only got into that with a couple of people, but like majority of the people I work with, like they're very passionate about the stuff they do, and they're really good at it. They're really good at it. It just came time to the point where a lot of them grows up, and a lot of grown up things start popping up. Like you know, like a lot of times it's money. You know, a lot of times is like either going back to school, having a girlfriend, wife, and having a kid or something. So that's, you know, that's something that's like a lot of people, like especially in my case, a lot of people, couldn't go on and move on. Like, not unfortunate, but fortunate for me, like, you know, I found a way to be to maintain this type of lifestyle where, you know, I have good money going in. I could finance my own work, and sometimes finance other people's work, and sometimes just keep going. Whereas like other people, they still need to find that means of ways of getting money and getting by, especially in New York. It ain't easy because it's, you know, true. Rent is high, all-time high.
New York is so expensive.
And when you live at the day, like today, especially when like fashion and clothing is like the top priority of these kids nowadays, it's tough to keep up with media. You know, it's really tough. So for me is like, I got a job at a college, and I started doing some, you know, teaching gigs here and there for films and stuff. So I got a lot of fresh kids working for me. And their enthusiasm is super high, and they work hard. Maybe their skills might still be, you know, mediocre, but you know, they try their hardest to be to produce an awesome project. And that's how I usually manage. But for the rest of the people, that's like, you know, the ones that I work with, a lot of them turned into like freelancers. A lot of them try to break into Hollywood, and a lot of them tried their own to do YouTube. Right. So, yeah, it's really tough, but at least we got each other to help each other out.
That's
you know,
right, man, always.
You know, and you guys have been like really helpful, and you know, like with a lot of my projects, and you guys make it fun. You know,
and that's the most important thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, what's your plans for 2019? What does Gerard have in 2019 for us?
2019, like it's always my it's always my plan to actually quit YouTube, but then you guys made one of my videos viral again. One of my video Doritos commercial, nonetheless, that I created 4 years ago, and now it's at up to 3 million views. I was like, oh, come on. And then I'm looking at the AdSense of it's like, whoa, I'm getting a good check because of this.
Yeah, bro.
So I guess
you lucky. I gotta jump in on that Doritos. You probably got Doritos commercials paying up the ass for that.
Freaking Doritos. You saw the new Doritos commercial?
No, I haven't actually.
So last year they stopped the whole Doritos competition and stuff. It's like, oh, come on. It was fun for creators to do a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, you get $1 million if you win.
Yeah, and then it boosts up people's career and stuff. But they stopped it last year, and then this year I saw this Doritos commercial. And guess who's in it? Chance the Rapper and the Backstreet Boys
Both? One?
in one.
Oh yeah, I saw a picture of that. I have to see that.
I was like, come on. But whatever, at least some people are still searching up in YouTube about Doritos commercial, and they see my commercial and stuff.
It's like a name drop. You got to have a creative. Like, speaking of the NFL, I've noticed like a lot of the commercials were pushing AI. So what do you think about AI? Like, do you think that's gonna take over the movie world industry? Like, imagine just an AI recording and can AI create art?
You know what? I was watching the Super Bowl. I did notice a lot of AI stuff and robots stuff. And I was like wondering, like, why are they pushing these things so much?
Yeah.
But I had to say, at the end of the day, someone has to
conspiracy.
program those. Someone has to program those robots.
Yeah.
So the people that's making money out of those things are programmers. And to your question, if AI will produce better art than humans, I don't think so. It's still,
You really do?
I don't think so because they do like a lot of their thinking through like calculations and maths and whatever and stuff.
That's true. I think there's like a human element that you can't really tap into.
Exactly.
But I feel that AI is infinite to the point where it could just keep machine learning and just being better than the last second. And it's going to keep on growing. I don't know if you heard about this, but I think the artist was Van Gogh. So they got I'm pretty sure it might be that artist. If not, I'm sorry. Just write in the comments below. They took an AI machine and they made it learn all his art pieces, all his paintings, right? So they recorded every single one, and the machine just learned every single one, and then they made that machine recreate a new art piece, completely original, in the likes of Van Gogh. So it took everything from Van Gogh and he created a piece that, if Van Gogh was here today, that's something he would create. That's something close to what he would create. How crazy is that? Like, it just shows that Van Gogh could come back as an AI just because the machine was studying his drawings. That's pretty crazy.
I mean, it is crazy just the fact that like an AI could definitely adapt to someone's skills.
Yeah.
But then who's really good at adapting at someone's skills and making it better? The Japanese.
That's true. They're very smart.
Like I don't think like they're like the best innovators, but when they find a good idea, they could actually make it better. One example is like, who created the first video game?
It was some white guy.
Yeah, like
It was Pong, right?
Yeah, well, was it Pong? And guess what
Yeah.
happened now? Like, damn, like majority of the
They took it over.
Yeah, they took it over and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's like one example, especially, and then with the cars and stuff. I think Japanese cars is still pretty
I don't
awesome.
know. Tesla seems pretty cool.
Oh, that's the new stuff. Watch until like a Japanese dude start thinking of new Tesla times 10. I don't know.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. I mean, what about you? What do you think about AI? What do you think AI is gonna do to Instagram? Do you think there's gonna be a robot that's gonna take over Instagram and just do everything perfect?
No, I just thought about when you talk about the Japanese, they had like the Japanese virtual sex machines.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was just thinking of.
So what do you think about that?
I want to try it. I'm down to try it, but
That is something interesting, to be honest. Did you see like the VR of the young kid who was playing around with it?
No.
He had a machine on, and you could see what he was seeing. It was like a young, like it's not a schoolgirl who's of age, not young. It's just that she looks young, but she's of age. And he had the balloon, and he was like humping the balloon.
Wait, was it an anime girl?
Yes. Yeah, it was an anime chick. And he was just like going off, and his boys were recording him, and he's like lost in this world, just humping her, and you could see her in 3D, like what he's doing. And I think, honestly, bro, if that takes over, we're not like. I mean, I don't want to say me, but I feel like the men in general are gonna have no use for actual women anymore. I'm be straight up. Like I know it sounds crazy, but think about it. You have an AI woman who has like this perfect new 3D printed body. Big boobs, big ass, curves, and everything. She could do whatever you want. She could have any type of sex you want. But she doesn't talk back, and she doesn't annoy you, and you can do whatever the hell you want after. Right? That's That's scary, bro.
Crazy.
And it's closer than we think. I think.
No, it is close. Like like these robots nowadays could definitely perform a lot of crazy stuff.
Have you ever felt their skin? It feels so real. Like my boy, he because they were printing one, and if you slap it, like it feels like real skin. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know Timothy Delgado. You know Timothy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course, right?
yeah.
I went to his house and he had one. He had like
He had one.
no, he had like the ass one. It's just,
Oh,
it
I think
just
I
has-
know that. Yeah,
just
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
It's just an ass,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
made with like high quality,
Yeah.
like kind of feels like skin. And he was like holding it when he was talking to me, and he kept slapping. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Yo, bro, that looks so real. Can I touch it?" He's like, "Yeah." I touched that, and it felt legit, bro. I'm like, "Yo, this is the future right
Yeah,
here."
I touched a flashlight before.
Yeah, it's pretty similar.
My boy's flashlight.
Why would you
Yeah.
touch your boy's
Oh
flashlight?
my
That's
God.
disgusting. Was it
Wow.
still wet?
He goes like, he
That's
was selling on Craigslist, only used 3 times, only used once.
What, bro? Are you kidding me? That's
Yeah.
disgusting, bro. Holy shit! Did you
No.
get yourself checked after that?
No, I didn't get myself. That's alright.
That's disgusting. No, I remember like one 4th of July party. I think the lights turned off and we were looking for a flashlight. One of my brother went to my friend's closet and it's like, oh, let me grab this. This one feels like a flashlight, but then it's kind of wet on top.
Oh my!
The lights turns on.
That is.
It's actually a
awkward.
flashlight.
Oh my god.
Puts it back, washed his hand, and told us everything. And then we all kind of make fun of this one dude in
Oh my
our
God,
circle.
that's like a skit in itself, right there, man.
Yeah, it's disgusting but funny at the same time.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, like the real thing is still number one. And plus the
Of course.
And of course, like it never comes easy. Sometimes like a lot of guys or fewer guys nowadays likes the challenge
Yeah.
of like just try wooing a girl. Sometimes I actually like doing that actually. Sometimes like going on
That's very
dates,
true. Very
connecting with someone.
Mm-hmm.
For some people they just want to get into it. And that's
Yeah.
those are the type of people that these sex robots and VR and AR world is all about. But for like I think there's still a good amount of people out there that's like really into the whole human connection thing. I don't know. I'm just a romantic, I guess.
No,
you
no,
know?
no. You just mini blew my mind. Like,
Yeah.
because what you said is completely true. Like guys like us, we like to be competitive,
Uh-huh.
and we want to go for the girl that's not easy to get. Like we want to prove to ourselves and everyone around us, like, yo, I could get that, right? But with robots and everything, and she easily
You already
says,
got it.
yes, you already got it.
You just need
I
money.
I feel like that's for the losers who can't really get it. You know what I mean? Like for the losers are gonna go for the AI.
No.
Right?
Don't tell them that they're losers.
Wait, no, we're all losers.
No,
it's okay.
It's for the people that just doesn't want to do the work.
Okay, that's a
Okay.
better way to put it. Which I think still are losers, but yeah.
No, sometimes you just want to get at it.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
I might try out one of those things. Just
I'm-
because
I'm not gonna
because
lie.
I'm feeling lazy.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna probably
Why
get
not
I'm
try
probably getting my
Oh.
girlfriend into it too. Hey, you wanna try? Us three?
Stick to what you believe.
Yeah, we're
What's funny thing is I went to Japan and there's the red light district there and stuff. And the first thing that I see in that red light district is this door that has a bunch of pictures of sex dolls.
yeah.
So in other
It
words,
looks
like
so real.
there's like real people, for like strip clubs over there and maybe like those love hotels over there.
Hmm.
Then there's like this area where it's only like fake girls or like dolls and
Dolls,
stuff,
yeah.
like real life size dolls that people pay for and go in. And when I'm like staring at it at disbelief, there's like one dude that just goes in there. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Actually, I watched a documentary about this, so I take it back. You guys are not losers. I apologize because I saw this documentary about someone who has a doll and it's all he had is that shit was emotional, bro, and I felt really bad. So it just came to my mind again. And no, you're not a loser, but it's like it's crazy because like they really are attached to these things. They take time and they build them and they pay so much money on it. It's
It's not
pretty
even
crazy.
that. Like a lot of the people that actually owns one that spends so much money on it has social anxiety.
yes,
Like
yeah.
it's hard for them to be sticking with this society and have like a hard time like talking to girls and stuff. That's why
Yeah.
they settle on with these things.
And I don't blame them, to be honest. I mean, if you're gonna do that and not hurt anyone, then hey,
Yeah.
have fun.
Yeah, so it's not doesn't hurt anybody. It's good.
Yeah, that's good, man. This was fun. I want to actually ask you a couple more questions.
Sure.
Like, basically, and if you want to answer this too, that'd be awesome. Like, something to motivate people. Like what do you have that that you could say that could motivate people out there? Because we're now like we're beyond the threshold, whether it's age or experience, where maybe someone watching right now is like they wanna get that little push. Like what's something motivation that you could say, and then after you could join in.
The thing is like, I could be like fake and say, go for it, reach for that star and stuff. It's hard. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a hard work. It's gonna be a hard road. My motivation is, learn how to work really, really hard.
Yeah.
Once you work really, really hard and just keep at it, everything comes easy. Like for me, I'm still working hard. I'm still grinding. Like even at a certain level, I noticed that even like Hollywood stars, you see them on TV.
They still audition.
They still audition with like average Joes, and sometimes they lose.
I couldn't believe that.
They lose auditions with average Joes. They still hustle. That's the thing. So for me, so anybody out there, definitely just keep hustling, keep doing it, and remember to keep it fun. Because once the fun is out, that passion is gone. That's my take on it.
Cool. One project that you're working on right now that's gonna come out so they could see.
The project that's I'm working right now for 2019 is Hype Beast Man. It's a vigilante who helps out kids from getting robbed from their sneakers. So watch out for that. It's a web series. Yeah.
Right. I'm actually really looking forward to that. Cool. Z, join in right there. Give us a little. Get yourself in the camera a little bit.
I mean, that shit, thank you.
Yeah, bro.
I feel
Give us
honored
some
to
motivation. Just rub your cock on the mic, and that's all we need, really.
Don't you have a lot of kids viewers?
Nah, this is rated
No,
R
this
when
is
I'm
the
here,
late night
man.
version.
It's the late night version.
Nah, just
The G
give us some
version.
motivation, man. And believe me, there's kids out there who know a lot more than.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Motivation. I'll say, so whatever crazy idea you have in your mind and you think it's like the worst freaking idea, you should just go with it. Just go with it. Believe in yourself, because once you believe in yourself, other people's going to start believing in you. And it's just going to work out. No matter how much, hate you're going to get towards that idea, you just got to just like block that off because it's all an illusion and just keep pushing straight. So
Yeah, I like that, man. I
Yeah,
like
man.
that. And I'm gonna say it too, like a little tidbit of motivation. I feel like if you want to do something, do it. Don't just like Z was saying and Jar. Just it's a lot of hard work, but do it. Just start. That's the hardest part. Just starting something. And once you do it, finish it, because I know a lot of people out there is like, oh, this is not perfect. No, that's not right. That's not right. No. The other one will be better. No, just put it out there. Just whatever it is, put the idea out there, because you will be surprised how that will do. It will go beyond your expectations, because there's things that I was like, oh, man, I don't know about this video. I don't really like it. I don't like this idea. But they told me, my friends would tell me, just post it, bro. Just post it and go to the next thing. I post it, and it does better than the thing I thought was going to do good. So it's like, you never know. So the best thing is just keep doing, keep working, keep posting. And that's pretty much. Yeah, go ahead.
One more to add is especially to keep you going, get a bunch of friends to believe in you.
Yeah, like people who believe in you. Yeah, that's right. I like that.
Yeah, and people that pushes you to your boundaries and stuff. Because the thing's like, sometimes going at it alone, it's really discouraging and stuff, or it's kind of lonely.
Yeah, or daunting.
Yeah, but when you have like a lot of creatives, people who makes moves, people who hustles with you, it's easier and it's more motivating than just doing it by yourself.
That's true.
That's so true.
That's very true. And keep at it. And if you guys want to let us see what you're doing, write in the comments below. We might check it out. You never know. All right, so thank you so much for being here, guys, and thanks for dropping in, Z, and coming through. That's really cool. And thank you, Gerard, for being our guest today. I think it's really cool. I can't wait for the viewers to see what we have coming up this year. There's nothing better than just doing what you love, and this is what we love. This is why we're all gathered in this room today, just to talk about entertainment and stuff we love doing and making, and creating things that will be here long before we are gone. That's the most important thing. So if you guys enjoyed this, remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell, and write in the comments below who would you like to see next as our guest. And if you want to check out Gerard, what's your socials?
It's youtube.com/DaysideTV, and the rest you could check out on the description box.
Okay, and I'll put it down there. Thanks, guys. I will see you soon. Peace.
Actually,
What's up?
I don't think these things are gonna get views. You know what? You know what is gonna get views?
What?
If you start,
We need boobs and ass. That's what we need.
Show my ass. Don't even make me start.
But we need female boobs and ass. That's what's
Yes.
gonna get us views, bro.
but the other type of views, you need beef with like a big YouTuber. You need to start
Beef?
calling out.
I know you're right, man. It's a lot of this drama. So I'm gonna call out somebody right now. Who should I call out? I don't know. Actually, believe it or not, you just reminded me of something. Okay, here's another exclusive tidbit. This is a thing now. Like Z opened me up to. I'm gonna give like some exclusive, never before said or seen information here on this podcast. You know Timothy DeLaGhetto, right?
Yeah.
I talked to him, and I actually DM'd him on Twitter. He's a really cool guy, and he's mad chill, right? I was like, bro, let's make some fake beef. Can I fake beef with you? Right?
Oh,
Like, I wanted to
man.
fake beef with him because he's such a great rapper. So I was like, bro, look. All right, I laid it out for him. I was like, yo, I'm going to make a rap diss, like this was like when they were popping the diss tracks. I was like, I'm gonna make a diss track and I'm gonna diss you, like, but I want you to come hard because I'm not really a good rapper. But after that, I want you to come hard and just kill it, okay? Because like it's gonna be funny. Like he demolishes me and stuff because I'm down. I love that self-deprecated comedy. And he was laughing. He's like, yo, I like the idea, and then he's like, but nah. I was like, why? He's like, yo, you're a nice guy. You're too nice, man. People are gonna hate me for it. I was like, fuck, because like it's true because a lot of my content was like peaceful and loving. So out of the blue, if I do that, so I gotta give him ups for that. He's not really into that beef stuff. So I'm just gonna call him out anyway. Timothy DeLaGhetto, I'm gonna call you out, boy. If you want to make some fake beef, I'm down. But I know you will demolish me. But he's a really cool guy, and he's down to earth. So that's pretty much it. I mean, you guys have anything you want to put in and say before we close the remarks? For closing remarks.
Nah, I'm good.
All right.
I don't want no beef. Those guys are dangerous.
All right, man. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I'll
Thank
see you
you for
guys
having
soon.
me.
Peace.
Peace.